Hi John, hi Simo. Thank you for asking me and inviting me to comment on Purplebricks and their demise, the fact they put themselves up for sale. This, as you know, has taken me several days of deliberation to work out what I want to say. And I've gone round and round in circles in my head so many times. And by the way, I'm recording this to camera so I can put a video out on the Moving Home and Charlie YouTube channel, as well as you using the audio for your channel, because I really want as many people as possible to hear this story, because I have put this off saying this for a long time because I don't even know why. I've wanted to say it for a long time, and now that they're putting themselves up for sale, I suppose now is the time to show that I am vindicated in how I feel about them. But this is going to take 3 minutes, 4 minutes or so, I think. Maybe longer, but I'm just going to tell the whole story and then you can edit it down if you want, as you see fit, because I just might end up on a long one here. I have a passionate loathing of bullies exploiting vulnerable or underinformed people. For example, and by the way, whether they mean to do it or not, whether it's intentional harm or not, doesn't matter. To say that you didn't know you were going to hurt people is not a defense. Okay? And you'll see why I'm saying that in a moment. So one of the original founding investors of Purplebricks was the chap who founded Wonga.com. Do you remember Wonga.com? Wonga.com was a payday loans company that charged astronomical thousands of % APR. And although what they did when they launched wasn't technically illegal at the time, it hurt so many people that the government had to change the law to make it illegal, because no one up until that point had been that either stupid or callous that they would lend people who are so desperate for money at those rates in order to make a profit. They were literally profiting from people's misery. And the fact that the Wonga founder was one of the first investors in Purplebricks kind of tells you what you need to know, okay? So Purplebricks comes along and goes, hey guys, we'll sell your house for you, no commission, woohoo! By the way, there's a fixed fee, but we're not going to say the fixed fee out loud in the adverts, because then you'll think you have to pay us, and then we'll have to admit that we actually charge you up front, and then we'll have to admit that we charge you whether we sell the house or not. And that's why they had so many adverts banned by the Advertising Standards Authority, including one that I complained about, because people thought Purplebricks sold your house for free. It was so misleading. And had they not got away with that misleading TV ad campaign for so long, they would never have had a business at all, right? It is purely that's the reason that they got so far. Now, tens of thousands of people put their trust in Purplebricks to sell their house, handed over their money once they realized they had to pay, which they didn't when they signed up in the early days. Hence, Michael Bruce had to appear on Watchdog to apologize for his staff signing people up to consumer credit agreements that they didn't know they were signing up to. This is how shoddy and shocking and dodgy the whole outfit was. Oh, sorry. Yeah, we'll do better. Were we signing people up to consumer credit agreements without telling them? Yeah, okay, suppose we were. All right, yeah, well, I'm here to say sorry and we'll do better. He went on to Radio 4 and said that they were selling 88% of the properties they listed, which was a barefaced lie. I'm stopping myself from swearing so you don't have to edit it out. And my passion and fury about Purplebricks comes from the tens of thousands of people that they took money off without selling their home. And it was false hope that they were selling. We'll sell your house and we'll save you money if we do. Who wouldn't go for that proposition? But a lot of people just don't understand that selling property is difficult, complex, fraught with pitfalls, and needs a real professional handholding to get it done. So what happens? Jeffrey's stockbrokers, when Anthony Codling was there, did a study, and they reckon that the Purplebricks sold 48% of what they listed. So more than 50% of the stuff they listed and got paid for, they didn't sell. They were also caught red-handed manipulating Trustpilot reviews. For example, they were getting sellers to give them a 5-star Trustpilot review just after they'd listed the home. Yay, we're really happy with Purplebricks service. Well, but they haven't sold your house yet. Oh, well, they're going to, aren't they? Well, maybe. And if you're lucky, they'll sell it. but the luckiest you'll get is that they'll probably get you 4% less on average than other people do. And GetAgent did a study, and that was their data. It was back in 2018 or somewhere thereabout. And on not just Purplebricks, but all online agents were on average achieving 4% less than conventional agents were when selling a property. So even if Purplebricks did sell your house, which was a coin toss as to whether they did or not in the first place, you were going to get 4% on average less than if you'd sold it to a conventional agent who wouldn't have charged you anything up front. Now, I'm the first one to criticize regular estate agents for poor conduct, but nothing that any estate agent I've ever known has done has come close to the, what are the words I can use that aren't too rude to describe this? The wholesale rinsing and borderline theft, not only of people's money, but life opportunities to get themselves moved on to the next house in their life where they've got to move on because they've got to get kids into a school or they're changing job. They were playing games with people's lives for profit. And the Bruce brothers checked out with 70 million quid between them, basically the proceeds of all the people who suffered. And it wasn't just their customers who suffered. Their LPEs, the local property experts, some of whom were outstandingly good agents, right? But unfortunately, they were paid commission only, and there are some that gave stories of doing horrific hours, and not getting to see their families just to try and hit targets. They didn't get any expenses. They didn't get any basic salary. They were working for commission only. And in the end, those LPEs have brought a class action against Purplebricks to sue them for things like holiday pay that they should have got and other stuff, sick pay. They were exploited, okay? These LPEs, the Purplebricks staff were exploited. I don't have anything against the people who worked for Purplebricks out in the field, right? Because some of them were actually very good. And I know, for example, recently in Coventry, apparently Purplebricks in Coventry actually sells twice as many properties that they list compared to Connell's, which is pretty shocking for Connell's. So this is why my point is that you can find good agents anywhere, even in companies I don't like. I don't like Purplebricks as a company. I wouldn't recommend it to anybody. But if you get someone who happens to be the best agent in that area and they work at Purplebricks, then maybe there's an exception. I also feel very sorry for anyone at Purplebricks who's going to lose their job over this. It's terrible when anyone loses their job. But it is a salutary warning, and I can't believe there are still people out there saying that maybe Purplebricks has a future. If you think that, based on their existing model, right, by the way, I mean, if you mean just take the brand and change it into a different kind of estate agency, well, I don't know what's going to happen if that happens. But if you're talking about maybe it's still viable as a pay anyway, pay up front, fixed fee estate agency, no. I think we've had enough years to show that this doesn't work. Purplebricks, who had the biggest market share of all the online agents, still failed and is going to lose £20 million this year. It was Dell and Rodney finding their antique. They checked it in the auction. They got their money and thought that they were golden after that, which is why, and I know you've had one of the Bruce brothers as a guest on here. I don't know the guys personally, and I'm sure that personally they're very nice people. But in terms of the damage they have done to the property industry, the damage they've done to estate agents, the damage they've done to estate agents' income, forcing fees to drop by saying that agents overcharge and perpetuating the myth that estate agents don't do anything for their money, good riddance. And you can fill in the blank with whatever you like. Good riddance to the Purplebricks business, not the staff. None of the staff there at the moment are responsible for what Purplebricks has done, and I've got nothing against the staff of Purplebricks. But as a business and as a brand, no brand I know has done more damage to the estate agents and home movers in the 25 years that I've been in this industry. No other brand has that so much. They are the Enron of the estate agency industry. And I hope the brand vanishes and we never see from it again, because it has just hurt people left, right and centre. And a few people cashed in and got very lucky, and they should feel ashamed of themselves. So I told you it would be a rant. I get very, very wound up when I see innocent people being exploited and having their life chances hurt by people who are either too stupid to know that they're hurting people or don't care. Either way, not okay. I'm going to stop before I go any further. Thanks, guys. I hope that is usable for your show. Best of luck. Talk to you both soon. And peace and love. Bye.